Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the delay. We had a little technical difficulty, but we are here. This story I've been following for since it occurred, and we have a breaking news development in the death of Sonya Masse. And this, I'm very surprised, but then these jurors saw the body cam. The jurors saw the testimony of the man now guilty of murdering Sonya Masse. With that, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Let's get into it. This just came in, and this is out of Peoria, Illinois. An Illinois jury on Wednesday convicted a former sheriff of second-degree murder in the shooting death of Sonya Masse, a black woman who called 911 asking for help. And you guys remember that body cam. You remember the exchange at the front door and then what happened in the kitchen. Well, Sean Grayson, 31, to be sentenced to up to 20 years in prison or probation. Some may ask, why probation? Well, that's Illinois legislative. His sentencing is scheduled for January 29th of next year. Grayson and another deputy arrived at Masse's home in Springfield, Illinois, early in the morning of July 6, 2024. After she reported a prowler, Grayson shot the 36-year-old woman after confronting her about how she was handling a pot of hot water she had removed from the stove. And it did appear that she was doing something with the water, but it didn't appear from the body cam footage, which we're going to watch in a minute, that she was using that in a very threatening manner. Grayson and his attorney argued that he feared Masse would scald her with the hot water. Now, when we saw that body cam footage, there was nothing in that footage from my vantage point or perspective that showed that Miss Masse was trying to do this 31-year-old, at the time was 29-year-old, 28, 29, sheriff deputy. Masse's killing raised new questions about U.S. law enforcement shootings of black people in their homes, and this prompted a change in the Illinois law requiring full transparency on the background of a candidate for law enforcement jobs. Well, we know this former sheriff deputy had a serious jobs before it landed with that law enforcement agency. Grayson originally was charged with first murder, carries a prison sentence of 45 years to life, which must be served in full. But after the 7-day jury trial, the jury was given the option of considering second-degree murder, which applies when a defendant faces a serious provocation of or belief that the action is justified, even if that belief is unreasonable. Now, here's the question. He's facing 20 years or probation. If he gets probation, it does appear that we right back where we started from as it relates to getting justice for Miss Sonya Masse. Second-degree murder could bring Grayson a sentence of 4 to 20 years with day-for-day good time, meaning his sentence could be in half if he behaves behind bars. He could also be sentenced to probation and avoid prison time entirely. Now, this may raise some people's antennas. Well, when we saw the case involving who was found guilty, both state and federal court, of killing George Floyd, there were federal charges that were brought as well. Well, the feds didn't step in on this particular case. And I think based on the current administration, it was highly unlikely that the Masse family would have gotten justice. The body cam footage recorded by other Sangamon County Sheriff's deputies on the scene that morning, Dawson Farley, you remember him, he was the other officer, was the key part of the prosecution's case. It showed Masse, who struggled with mental health issues, telling the officers, "Don't hurt me," and repeating, "Please, God." And we're going to see that in the video. It's one of the most painful things that one can watch. And just think about it. Someone coming to your home to help you, at least that's what you think they're doing. They're coming to help you, and it ends in your death. This was incredible. This is incredible. When the deputies entered the house, Grayson saw the pot of water on the stove and ordered Masse to move it. if he orders her to move it, she has to touch the water. Masse jumped on to retrieve the hot pot, and she and Grayson joked about how he said he was backing off from the hot, steaming water. Kind of weird. He tells her to touch the pot. She grabs the pot. Now he's in fear of his life after directing her to grab the pot. But Masse then replied, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Think about that. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. So something was happening in that moment where Masse felt her life was coming to an end. Both Grayson and Farley drew their pistols and yelled at Masse to put down the pot. Grayson told the investigators he thought that her rebuke meant she intended to kill him, and in the following commotion, fired 3 shots, thus ending the life of Sonya Masse. And ladies and gentlemen, this story didn't pass the smell test then. It didn't pass the smell test when he gave his testimony, and the juror said it didn't pass the smell test. With that, ladies and gentlemen, his sentencing date is next year. But Farley, who at the time of the shooting was a probationary employee subject to firing for any reason, testified that Masse didn't say or do anything that caused him to view her as a threat. Very powerful, because he was a probationary officer and he could have fired for any reason. But under cross-examination, he acknowledged that his initially reported that the investigators, they told the investigators he feared for his safety because of the hot water. Well, Farley did not fire his weapon and was not charged. So think about that. They come in armed with firearms, bulletproof vests, and 2 of them against a woman who called because she said she heard a prowler. And I believe those jurors, and this is my opinion, those jurors listened to that testimony and probably put themselves in the shoes of Sonya Masse. Put themselves in those shoes. And they had to send a message to the community that cannot happen again. And they sent a message, but it's now up to the judge to send a more powerful message, because if this judge listened to the evidence, then he too would be able to make a reasonable assessment that that gun should have never been fired. Should have never been fired. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play the body cam footage. And it's very disturbing footage, but I'm going to play it anyway so you guys can kind of look at what we saw back then. And I'm going to caution you, this footage is very, very disturbing. So we're going to cue footage up. Okay, guys, here we go.
That's not your black car in the driveway? Oh, well, we checked your yard, we walked around the whole block, we didn't see anybody. Right, we checked the whole area, there's nobody walking around.
I know, y'all. Please, God, please, God. I'm trying to get help, y'all. But
What do you need help with?
nothing. Please, God, please, God, please. I don't know what to do.
Do with what?
Huh?
What do you need help with?
Nothing. I just wanted to see if I could help me.
What do you want help with?
Huh?
What do you want help with?
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house, we checked your backyard, I walked all the way through all these backyards, we checked your front yard.
We didn't see nobody.
Yeah,
So.
nobody's out here.
You didn't see anybody?
Nope.
Oh,
Checked the whole area.
okay.
What took you so long to answer the door?
Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to get
I got you. All right.
Sorry.
Is there anything else we can do for you?
Huh?
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
You doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure.
My medicine and stuff.
All right.
I love y'all. Thank you.
All right. That's not your black car, though. The SUV? Whose is it? You don't know? If someone just parked in your driveway?
They brought it to the driveway.
And just left it?
Mm-hmm.
What's on that?
Yeah. 9/10/2020.
Anyone else live here with you? Somebody else.
David Mary 43556.
You got a name? You got your something? Take your name real quick. Catch this. See who you spoke to.
So,
Hello? Yeah, I need, I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all. They're here in my house right now.
Okay, I'll let you go. You talk to them.
Oh, hold on, wait a second, sir.
You can hang up. Good.
Would that be correct?
No, hold on, okay?
You can hang
One
up.
for what?
Just 1 second, okay?
What's up?
I got some paperwork. Can you grab that Bible, please?
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Yeah, it
Okay,
was
what was the damage?
a dent, I believe.
What about windows?
Oh, it was something that happened earlier.
Perfect. What is your last name?
Uh,
Shouldn't have to think about your last name. You're not in trouble. I just need to text.
Massey.
Huh?
Massey.
You have an ID that make things so much easier. I just need just driver's license will do, and I'll get out of here.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will
What?
get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
Okay. I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first and then.
One task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
You
You see that stack right there, maybe?
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Right. Right. Let me see. Okay.
Before we finish looking at the video, just think about this. You have these two guys, two big guys that don't look like her inside her home. She calls them because she thought she heard a prowler. She's now being asked for her ID. She's now having people shine lights in her house, in private rooms. She's now being treated as a suspect. Notice how Sonya asks this cop who killed her to pass her Bible. Just think about that for a second. Why did she ask him to pass her the Bible? Or touch the Bible for that matter? Close your eyes for a moment and put yourself in her shoes and think about what could be going through her mind at that point in time. Very scary situation. Now let's see what happens next.
Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in
I'll shoot you in your fucking face.
the Okay, sorry.
Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot! Drop! Drop the fucking pot!
19 shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Drop the fucking pot! Bring EMS now. We gotta head. headshot wounded the female. Headshot wounded female, 1078.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, your headshot, dude. You're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
So all it took for her to rebuke him, for him to shoot her in the head. Think about that for a second. He didn't know what that meant. Or did he know what it meant? And then bragging that you got a headshot? Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. This should have been murder, cold-blooded murder. He got the 45 to the door. Every time I look at this video, and it hasn't been too many, I thought about this could have been one of my loved ones. This could have been one of my loved ones. So the biggest question here is, when is it safe to open the door? And for whom? He grabbed his firearm just with those words. Notice she drops to the floor. She can't be in a throwing position if she's kneeling to the floor with hot water. Think about that for a second. Let that sink in, that this was cold-blooded murder. To serve and to protect who? She had water. What's she going to do with that water? Nothing. And the jurors saw it that way. Ladies and gentlemen, but I don't know if you're saying the sentence was justified, but the murder was not justified. The murder was not justified. And this obviously will start a bigger conversation around the world, around America for that matter. So for those joining in, the sentencing is going to be January 29th. The sentencing will be next year. And Sonya Masse would have been 37, 38 this year. But on January 29th, the judge has a duty, as he wears that role, to sentence this trigger-happy cop to the maximum allowed by law. That's just my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. It's just my opinion. Some of you may say, cut him a break. And I would say, did he cut Sonya, the victim, a break?
Damn it.
God, fuck.
Dude, I'm not taking fucking boiling water in the fucking head. And look, it's fucking right to our feet, too. God damn it.
And he lies and says it came to his feet. How did it come to your feet? If you were the counter or the wall between you and Miss Masse didn't even reach your feet. And when you only time it came to your feet is when she was on the floor, shot dead. And the water is on the floor because she fell with the water to the floor and put down the pot as directed by the cop, the sheriff. That's the time the water hit the floor. It didn't hit their feet. That was just to have an audio recording of them saying that for whatever reason, but your eyes didn't lie, ladies and gentlemen. You saw what happened.
Fuck. God damn it.
You good?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Let her fucking just.
You good? You good for what? You good? You killed somebody? What are you good for?
God.
Is that what you did, man?
Fuck.
You good? All right. Fuck. Well, I mean, you know, what else do we do? I'm not taking hot boiling water to the fucking face, and it already reached us.
The water didn't reach you. The water never reached you. That was a lie.
They got a 52 en route.
Yeah, 1078.
You and I
You better fucking not. That's where I got. I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Watch right there. She drops slowly. Watch.
Drop the fucking drop.
Look at her hands. She's scared. Watch.
The fucking
She drops to the floor. So where does it show that she's throwing water? Look at that. You see nothing. So they come around. If she's in a kneeling position on the floor, what can she do with that position with hot water? She would get herself burned as well. So right there, look, she's on the floor. He shoots her in the head. Shoots her multiple times in the head.
shots fired.
That's all I need to see, ladies and gentlemen. The jurors, for the most part, got it right. They saw the evidence, and Justice for Sonya Masse, murder was the case. We will update you on any latest developments on this story, as the date for the sentencing is next year, January 29th. I appreciate you guys coming in. You've seen it. This is it. Found guilty. Found guilty of murdering this beautiful queen, Sonya Masse. Justice for Sonya Masse. And hopefully this will be the closing chapter of this most painful story. I'm Dennis Byron. See you guys on the next live.
Exclusive shots, journalism raw, yeah, Byron calls the shots. Subscribe, stay woke, now let's get in the know. It's the Dennis Byron Show, 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 the Dennis Byron